Hello, my friends. Welcome to the new episode of Lift and Uplift. It's been a while, and I've got some updates to give you. So, in 1 month time, slightly less, I'm going to Germany with my good friend to hit a nice PR. That's not the main reason why I'm going to Germany, but it's a goal. So my goal is to hit 3 plates in 29 days, and I started a little program I made for myself to specialize on the bench. The short story of it is a bunch of variations, some overloading, some difficult, more stretch based, more like longer range of motion based. And just a second. So it'll be fun. And you just saw me do a floor press of one set of 5. I'll try to get another set of 5. And yeah, just grinding through it. You know, I'm still on a cut. It's a very slow cut, to be honest, but still on it. And I realized fasting is the way to go. I just need to fast every week for 1 day, and the weight will come off. Because if I'm in a deficit every day of 300, at the end of the week it's 2,100 calories. But if I just fast for 1 day and I train on that day, it's even more calories than that. And when you count deficit, you count it on a weekly basis. So yeah, fasting is the easiest. I'm around 100 kilos now. I was 105 when I started, so it's still decent, but very, very slow. As it's been a struggle, you know, as now I'm also training MMA around 4 times a week, so the frequency is higher, and food is just needed to survive all of these training. But it's good. So I'm gonna rest for a few more minutes, hit this weight again, do my best to hit for 5. It was difficult, but yeah, I can do it. Well, one obvious update. This thing, right? I forgot to tell you, I got it a few days ago. It's a nice used power rack, but it serves me the purpose, you know. It has the safeties, which is, I mean, you know, if you watch these videos, how I'm always near death on these PR attempts. So this will be useful. And obviously, no squatting inside. The pull-up bar, finally. I mean, we're still gonna do some reps there, for sure. But I mean, an actual pull-up bar, especially for wide grip stuff, you know, this is just more shoulder friendly when you have it a bit on an angle like this. It's a beautiful day here, you know. A bit windy, but spring is in its full capacity. You know, everything is blossoming. So life is good around here. No rain, even though there was, but now it's perfect. It's my favorite time of the year, honestly, guys. Like spring, it's my birthday soon as well. It's just the best. You know, everything's waking up, and you're not sweating your ass off all the time as you do in summer. So yeah, I obviously didn't get that 5th rep, so I got 4, which I'm still happy with, you know. But what made it better was that set of 10 I did. It felt good, it felt fast. I know I can do probably like 12 or 13 if I'm fresh, which is a big improvement. You know, floor press for me is like one-on-one with the bench press, like 1-on-1 ratio. So if not slightly bit harder, so yeah, I'm happy with it. Next up, we're doing the first time. It's a seal row, and the setup is very nice, but we'll see how it goes. What do you think? As soon as I do the first rep, let the phone fall. Let's see. So obviously the goal with these is not to hit the bench every time, because it's cambered, you know, so making it extra difficult. But as long as I'm near it, that's a nice rep. So yeah, first time doing this, not bad at all. All right, my friends, let's talk a bit about lies. I did make a few posts about this previously, but I still feel like it deserves a proper video to address it. And that's that the lies are the soul killer. The lies can come into your life without you even being aware of it, because you'll allow it. And the way you allow it is that you start with small things, you know, with white lies, as they say, and these things grow just as anything that you do grows over time, a compound effect. It grows, and same thing with compound effects with good things, you know, suddenly you're jacked, you didn't even realize it, but you trained every few days, now you're jacked. Same thing with lies, now you're a liar. And this kills your being, your soul, because you will come to a point where you will realize how badly you messed up, and it will be very, very hard to start over, because you realize your friendships, who you are, what you do, is all based on these lies. I understand, you know, it is harder to tell the truth because oftentimes the truth hurts, as it is not what we want it to be. We don't want to say we are sad. We don't want to say we haven't done something, we did something wrong, something like that. We don't want to say these things. And it's just much easier to say you've done it, or that you are feeling something, and be done with it. There is no way around it. It will come back to you sooner or later. It will always come back to you. If you're 30 years old now, you've been fine lying with your whole life, it will come. If you're 15, it maybe comes tomorrow. It maybe already has happened to you in your life, and you can really relate to what I'm saying. But it is incredibly important to realize this. Be the person who you're pretending to be instead of lying about it. Imagine that. Imagine if you are actually that person who's doing all the things, who's having all these things. How liberating and how awesome would it be if you could just say those things? Obviously, again, it's hard as frick. But that's why it's worth it. That's why it is worth fighting for and trying your best to do so. They will, I'm telling you again, and I want to make this point clear, they will destroy your life, your relationships. I always eat a word there, letter. And I want to emphasize this again. They will destroy your relationships. They will kill your marriage even, you know, it just in your own sense of who you are. Do not make this mistake. Try your best to say the truth all of the times, and your friends, then you will know who your true friends are. Your family, they will know who you are. Yourself, when you write down things, when you speak things, you will feel pure, you will feel 100% here. There will be no, looking down, a bit of shame, because deep down in your subconscious, you know what's going on. This is so important. We can look at it from perspectives of sin, we can look at it from different perspectives, but I'm telling you, lying is the worst. Your friends who are real will truly appreciate you for who you are. If you're pretending to be someone you're not, they will smell it, they will sense it. So, this is not moral, this is not anything like that. We can go in that direction. I'm not going to talk about that today. For your own journey, for your self-improvement, for your purpose, for everything like that, the more you lie, the more you stray away from that path. So please, my friends, I'm telling this from experience, because I've got myself in these holes, and sometimes, like I said, it's such an accidental thing where you don't even realize you're lying. You think you're being genuine, you just don't do the things that you say you're doing, and the more you speak about it, the less you do it, the more fake you become, without even realizing it. This happened to me even in nature chat stuff, where I was just constantly speaking about some things, but not actively doing them. And then I felt like such a fraud, and I didn't even do it on purpose. Don't lie, my friends. Be very critical of yourself. Very critical. Be the harshest judge you can be. Trust me, because if you're not going to do that for yourself, no one else is going to do it for yourself. But everyone is going to see it, and everyone is going to complain about it or praise you for it. But it doesn't matter. It's your own journey. Ljube. Zašto si mokra? So my friends, next up are the front squats in the most beautiful angle possible. And why? Because I actually broke my tripod 1 month ago, so I have to use these stupid angles, but whatever. I'm doing this hack for front squats. Maybe you guys seen it already, but it's actually using the wrist wraps. And that's for if you have lack of mobility in your wrist, but also if you have some tendonitis, as I do with my elbow and wrist. So this is really helpful. I'm not used to doing front squats, so don't judge me too much. Let's go. Alright, those front squats actually felt better than the last time I did it last week. Got 1 rep extra. You can see still not like max effort or whatever, but getting the reps in, nice depth. Yeah, just getting used to being choked here while doing so. Anyways, another very important subject for today is the family feuds, the family fights, and the importance of acquiring your own wealth. I actually don't like the fact that it's always expected to have something that you just deserve to have. Oh, by my birthright, whatever. I feel like most things need to be earned. And by this, I mean that you should not hope for anything. Everything that you need to hope for or work for is what you will make yourself, what you will acquire yourself. My grandfather, late grandfather, was lawyer, and he said the biggest thing, the most common thing, case was family disputes about inheritance, about who gets what after someone dies, and you can see families being destroyed over this every day. I'm sure you, now that you're listening to this, you know someone who had same things happen to them. That's why I urge you to. It's amazing if you get something, but fighting and losing family over material things is the last thing you want to do. This is what helped me set my mind into, like, I'm coming from now, like lately I'm coming from a Christian perspective. I'm like, I don't need much. I can live in a tent, whatever. Then I'm thinking about my future family. Okay, obviously I don't want to live in a tent. But I'm thinking, okay, I don't want to fight with my brothers and sisters and cousins and whatever. That gave me the actual normal motivation, so I can justify actually working more and acquiring more wealth, acquiring more money. Like, I used to find it just a waste of time to have more than what you need. But when you think about your family, future kids, your kids, you have them now, taking care of them. And lastly, like, just not fighting in your family, not being greedy about these things. This is the proper way, I believe. The only real reason to actually justify making money. So, trust my friends, maybe this has happened to you, maybe it will happen to you. Same with lies. Make your own money, make your own wealth, work hard for it. Don't settle until you have done it. Don't expect nothing, don't expect the easier way in any situation, because you're not gonna have it. And if you do have it, God bless, but don't hope for it. It is not worth to destroy your whole life over this. Some people get killed. I'm serious now. Some people get killed. Some people just push it so far. And please, like, I urge you, work for yourself. You are not gonna obviously have any of this in future life, in the afterlife. But the way you treat others, the way you support others, that's the true noble thing about money. If you can eat and you can support others, you support your community. That's so incredible. So work, my friends. Don't fall into this path of, I don't need anything. I can just preach whatever. No, you need to work, because money and wealth moves things, and you can move it in a positive direction. And if it corrupts you, you are the one who needs to work on themselves. The money itself is not bad. Apologies if the audio is a bit bad now. I had to put the microphone to charge. But yeah, the triceps. Now onto the, like, knee tucked chin up, trying to get a bit more of my core while having to do less reps because it's harder. But I have a little announcement also to make, and that's that I'll be starting my Warrior Quest Part 2 group. Last time was incredible. I met really friends for life that I meet all the time now, and just incredible group of people. I'll be starting it again with even more stuff added, It'll be still the same. If you don't know what it is, it's a group where you have your quests, like monthly, maybe even larger than that. You have your daily tasks you need to complete. You have a whole workshop to set up goals. You have exclusive video content. You have so many things, honestly, we've done. It was just a great group for someone who's looking to improve themselves, find a great community with like-minded people. I mean, yeah, I love it, I'll give you more information about it, but for me it's something great because I can truly focus on people who want to work, not just watch, so it's incredible. Yeah, it's been almost a year now since I stopped with the first part. We finished it. Now it's coming the second part. The same members that were in the first will already be in the group. So yeah, you're already coming into a well-established community, and we will be very happy to have G-ups. Alright, so this might be the last exercise today, as I have to go. I want to do some glute raises, but just light work. Honestly, I can do it even tomorrow, as I'm lifting in 3 days, so 2 days rest. I also might go for a run later on today, because my neck, pretty much, when I took someone down, they fell on my neck, so it's kind of hurt. So I might go on a run instead of MMA. Yeah, I'm going to do this exercise. I think that will be it, my friends. So I really appreciate you watching this. You always get something positive out of it, if not just for the good vibes. So yeah, I love you all. I'll see you soon. This works your grip like crazy as well.